It is the dream that has bankrupted a generation of Singaporean uncles. The dream of selling your HDB flat, buying a landed mansion in Malaysia and living like a king on the exchange rate. We all know the story. We all have that one relative who bought a unit in Forest City or Danga Bay 10 years ago. They told you it was the next big thing. Today, that unit is worth half of what they paid, and the only tenants they can find are the seagulls nesting on the balcony. So, when I tell you that the smart money is pouring back into Johor right now, your instinct should be to scream, "Iggy, are you crazy? It's a trap." And you would be right. It is a trap. But it is also the single greatest economic shift in Southeast Asia for the next decade. Both things are true at the same time. The difference this time is that we aren't betting on tourism. We aren't betting on Singaporeans going there for a massage. We are betting on something much bigger. We are betting on physics. Today, we are going to talk about the Shenzhen Effect. We are going to look at why the Johor-Singapore RTS Link is about to change the economic map of the region and why the last mile problem might turn your dream investment into a living nightmare. Is this finally real? Or is the music about to stop again? I'm Iggy, your Singapore-based private investor and market researcher. Since October 2025, we've built a community of over 5,300 investors and produced over 1,300 videos. We are home to a growing inner circle of over 100 paid members across YouTube and Substack. If you are new and wondering which to join, the YouTube membership at 9 Singapore dollars is the best value. It gives you these easy listening podcast videos, plus full access to the deep dive data on Substack. Substack alone is $6 for the heavy analytics, but the YouTube bundle covers both. Choose what fits your style. But today, let's dive into the numbers. To understand Johor in 2026, you have to stop looking at Malaysia. Seriously, ignore Malaysia for a moment. You need to look at China in the 1980s. Specifically, you need to look at Hong Kong and Shenzhen. 40 years ago, Shenzhen was a fishing village. It was a swamp. Hong Kong was the glittering financial hub. But Hong Kong ran out of space. It ran out of workers. It became too expensive to screw a light bulb into a socket. So what happened? The manufacturing had to move. It flowed north into the swamp. And in 2 decades, that swamp became the hardware capital of the world. This is what I call the Shenzhen Effect. It is an economic law of gravity. When a developed hub like Singapore gets too full, the capital must spill over. It doesn't spill over because the neighbor is a genius. It spills over because the hub is bursting at the seams. Singapore is currently bursting. We have zero land for low-margin factories. We have no excess power capacity for new data centers. Our labor costs are sky high. We are the pressure cooker and Johor is the safety valve. This is why the RTS Link, the train that connects our woodlands to their Bukit Chaga, is not just a train, it is the umbilical cord that finally merges our two economies. But here is where the dumb money gets it wrong. They see this growth and they think, great, I'll buy a condo anywhere in Johor and get rich. That is how you go broke. Because while the Shenzhen effect is real, the benefits are not spread evenly. They are concentrated in a tiny, tiny blast radius. Let's break down the geography of this boom, because there are effectively 2 Johors now. There is the golden zone and there is the ghost zone. The golden zone is the RTS radius at Bukit Chaga. Prices here have already shot up 40 to 50%. Why? Because you can walk to the train. Everything else, and I mean everything else, including Forest City, Danga Bay, and the far-flung townships, is still extremely risky. This brings us to the most critical concept of this entire analysis. The donut effect. Imagine a donut. The hole in the middle is the RTS station. The dough immediately around it is valuable. But the air outside the donut, that's worth nothing. In undeveloped transport hubs, value clusters aggressively. If you cannot walk to the RTS station in 10 minutes, your property value drops off a cliff. Why? Because the RTS is the only asset that matters. The condo is just a box. The RTS is the portal to the Singapore dollar. If you sever that connection, you are just owning a box in a developing country with a massive supply glut. And this leads us to the nightmare scenario. The one thing nobody is talking about, the RTS link is 85 to 90% complete. The tracks are laid. We know the train will run in January 2027. That part is safe. But what happens when you get off the train? The plan was to have a system called the ART, autonomous rapid transit. Basically, futuristic trackless trams that would scoop up the 10,000 people arriving every hour and whisk them away to the rest of Johor. Here's the reality. The tender for that system hasn't even been awarded yet. Let's pause and really visualize what that means. It's January 2027. You have invested your life savings into a condo that is 5 kilometers away from the station. You take the RTS from Singapore. It's beautiful, fast, efficient. You arrive in Johor in 5 minutes. You step out of the station and you hit a wall of human bodies. 10,000 people are trying to leave the station, but there are no trams. The roads outside are gridlocked because everyone is trying to call a Grab or an Uber at the exact same second. You can see your condo on Google Maps. It's a 10-minute drive. But in that gridlock, it's a 90-minute wait. You are standing in the humidity, sweating, watching the surge pricing on your phone hit 50 ringgit, realizing that your 5-minute commute is a lie. This is the last mile trap. It is visceral, it is messy, and it is going to crush the rental yields of any property that requires a vehicle to reach. If your tenant has to fight that crowd every morning to get to work in Singapore, they aren't going to renew their lease. They are going to move to the condo that is a 5-minute walk away, or they are going to move back to Singapore. So, knowing this Shenzhen effect is real, but the last mile trap is also real, how do we invest? We do not gamble on the condos yet. The risk of the gridlock is too high. Instead, we look at the Singapore Exchange, SGX, and we buy the companies that are building the plumbing of this new economy. I have identified 3 plays that allow us to profit from Johor without worrying about whether the trams are running on time. Play number 1, the pick and shovel strategy. We look at Centurion Corp, ticker OU8. Centurion runs worker dormitories. Now, this isn't a sexy business. You aren't buying a penthouse with a sea view. You are buying bunk beds for foreign workers. But here is the beauty of it. All those data centers, all those semiconductor factories relocating from Singapore to Johor, they need thousands of workers to build and run them. And under Malaysian law, specifically Act 446, employers are legally required to provide certified housing. They can't just stuff workers into shanties anymore. Centurion just acquired 6,000 beds in Johor. They are the landlord for the entire manufacturing boom. And here's the kicker. It doesn't matter if the traffic is jammed. These workers live next to the factories. They don't commute to Singapore. Their demand is inelastic, meaning even if the economy slows down, the workers still need a bed. This is pure cash flow. Play number 2, the digital landlord. We look at Mapletree Industrial Trust, ticker ME8U. We mentioned that Singapore has run out of power for data centers. The government has effectively put a cap on new builds because they drain our energy grid. So the data centers are moving to Johor. Johor's capacity has doubled in 12 months. It is becoming the digital storage room for Southeast Asia. Mapletree is the safest way to play this. They provide the industrial shells and the high-spec infrastructure. Now, whenever I talk about REITs like Mapletree, people ask me, Iggy, is the price right? Is it overvalued? I didn't just guess at these numbers. I checked the Investing Pro models, and the algorithmic fair value pegs it at a level that suggests we still have a margin of safety, provided interest rates stabilize. If you want to run these numbers on your own portfolio, checking the health scores of your REITs, stop guessing. I've arranged a special New Year deal for you on Investing Pro. Use the link below with code INVESTING, Iguana, for 55% off. You need to verify the debt ratios before you buy, and that is the tool I use to do it. Play number 3, the high-stakes gamble. This is Thomson Medical, ticker A50. This is a bet on healthcare cost arbitrage. The thesis is simple. Singapore hospitals are too expensive. Thomson is building a massive medical hub in Johor, betting that Singaporeans will take the train across to get their surgeries done for half the price. But remember the last mile trap. If you are sick or if you are recovering from surgery, are you going to sit in a 90-minute traffic jam to get from the train station to the hospital? Probably not. Thomson Medical is a beautiful business model, but it is entirely dependent on that transport infrastructure working perfectly. If the art system is delayed until 2030, this hospital might sit empty for 3 years. This is a stock you watch, but you do not touch until you see the trams actually running. So let's wrap this up with the verdict, the big picture. Is Johor for real? Yes. The Shenzhen effect is inevitable. Physics dictates that Singapore must spill over. The two economies will merge. But is it safe? No. Not yet. The last mile trap is going to catch a lot of dumb money investors who buy properties based on brochures rather than logistics. Here's your strategy. 1. Ignore the hype on residential property, unless it is strictly walking distance to Bukit Chagar. If you need a car to get there, you don't want it. 2. Focus on the plumbing. Okay, companies like Centurion or U8 profit from the workers who are already there. They don't need the train to work perfectly to make money. 3. Watch the art tender. The moment Malaysia announces who is building the tram system, that is your signal that the last mile is being fixed. That is when we re-evaluate the broader market. We are watching a historic shift. The map is changing, but in a gold rush, you don't want to be the one digging in the wrong hole. You want to be the one selling the shovels. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next analysis.